What's up, Josh?
What's going on, Teddy? How are you doing today?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Alrighty, man. So you're the only one in the stream right now, so we're gonna respect your time. We'll go ahead and get going, and then anybody else that wants to jump in can jump in or catch the recording later, I guess.
Sounds
Um,
good.
Alrighty, man. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Well, obviously you know me, Josh, and for everybody that catches the stream secondary, I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer here. So we're gonna, every Wednesday at 11, we're gonna jump into different aspects of command. Again, on Fridays, every other Friday in each Market Center, and I'll make sure this stuff gets posted. We have orientations, and that's gonna be, and that's not just for new agents to KW. That's also for, current agents that we have that may be looking to transition over to command. You're more than welcome to jump in and join those as well. Um, what we're going to go over today, though, is we're going to go over something that we all do on a regular basis. Obviously, we're very active on social media, so we want to talk about leveraging our time. We're going to go over social posts, scheduling, creating them. I'm going to show you a couple examples of some that I do in conjunction with landing pages and things like that. As we do more of these sessions, we'll jump into trainings around landing pages and what they can be used for as well. But today we're going to go over social posts, scheduling them, and then we're going to transition into social media posts around paid advertising, how to generate these low cost per leads. I'm going to build an advertisement out for you guys and walk you through that process. And I'll also post to the agent Facebook pages in each market center a link to a web page I created, a landing page actually, walking you through building paid advertisements to generate leads. The goal is we want to leverage your time when it comes to posting on social media. Me personally, I do it all in command. The reason that I stay in command is because if I actually get on Facebook, I'll go down a rabbit hole and an hour of the day is gone. And I know that's going to happen to me. So I do all my social posting from a marketing standpoint from Mindshare through command. And then obviously I'm running paid advertisements through command as well. So that's what we'll roll over today. And then we'll have a little break for questions, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But I'll go ahead and jump in and share my screen, and we can get rocking and rolling. All righty, so let me hide this real quick. As always, the Zoom gets in the way here. All right, so obviously we are here in our home screen in command. The first thing that we are going to be going over is creating a social post. So again, this is not a paid post. This is something that, I'm sure most agents are out there doing on a regular basis. The idea here is that we can go ahead and maybe time block, a Monday morning where we schedule all of our social posts for the week. So now that in that time block, that's taken care of. We know social media is taken care of, and we're going to be capturing that mind share while we stay in our 20% of activities that are going to give us 80% of our results, which are those lead gen activities and prospecting. So when we are here, the first thing that I want to make sure that we do is we need to go into settings and make sure that we are connected. If we don't have our social media profiles connected, we're not going to be able to do any of this. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump over here to the right, and we're going to pull up our drop down and go to our settings. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to connect here, and all you're going to do, obviously you can see mine's connected here, you're going to connect your personal profile, your Facebook post scheduling. Again, you'll see it's connected to my personal account, Teddy Townsley. So again, any business admin accounts that I'm on will pull up that are associated with my personal account. So we're going to connect Facebook. Again, if you want to post to Twitter as well, go ahead and connect your Twitter account. You'll see here that's post scheduling. We have that connected to the real estate team. We'll go down here. So there are 2 Facebook connections. We want to go and make sure that our Facebook Ads Manager is connected as well. This is vital in order for us to be able to run paid advertisements. So again, go down, just make sure all these things are connected. Again, if you have different, again, and this is where you're going to go. If you do want to run Google Ads later, you can connect a Google account there. But for today's purpose, we're going to go Facebook and Twitter and make sure those are connected. Once we're sure those are connected, we're just going to jump back over here to our home screen. All right, so now that we're on our home screen, first thing that we want to do is we're going to go over creating a social post to our social media account. So first thing we're going to do, again, if we cannot remember what these icons are, you can hover over them or just click that KW. It's going to pull them out right there. We are going to go down here to campaigns. All right, so now that we're over here in campaigns, again, and we know that our social media accounts are connected, we'll see them over here as well for paid accounts, and then we can go over here and see what we have connected for social posts. Again, we're doing a social post right now, so we're going to stay right here in social posts, make sure everything that we want is connected here, and all we're going to do is we're going to go to create a new campaign. When we click this, we'll get the drop down. Now again, if you want to run an email campaign, this is where you would select that. Direct mailers through real mailers will be right there. If we are running a Google ad that is paid, you'll see that there. A social ad that is paid is marked clearly. For this, again, this is not a paid advertisement. We're not looking to capture leads. We're looking to capture mind share. Let people know, again, under contract, new listings, events you're doing for your clients, things in the community, whatever you want to post on your social media accounts is where we're going to do it. So we're going to select social posts. Now again, once we're in here, this is what the layout looks like. You can get different previews here if you do have multiple different accounts selected. So if I do go down here to Twitter, notice, and I select that, I can hover between examples. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to post a daily market update, like a 24. Let's see, check out the last. All right, so then we'll go here, we'll add some emojis, exclamation points. Since we're talking market statistics, we'll then probably add some graphs. And then what I actually have, and again, we'll jump into this on a later segment, I have a market update landing page that I update with weekly, year over year, weekend, and 24-hour market reports. We just pull the information directly from RAIN. So what I will do here is, let me pull up a different browser real quick. So now I'm going to basically copy and paste the URL to the landing page I have created that I update on a regular basis. I will go here to upload. I do have templates already pre-made in designs. I will go to downloads. We'll see the most recent here. I'll go ahead and make sure the image is the way that I want. We'll crop it here. if you're like me, go through one extra time, make sure you don't have any typos, check out the last 24 hours and Hampton Roads Real Estate. Cool, we're good there. Again, if you don't have your DBA logo already, it will be there. If you already have it, you don't have to put it. If you do upload an image, and you don't pull it directly from designs, it will require you to do that, and have that there. So again, in this case, if I don't want that to pop because I already have it there, all I do is I'll exit this. It will require me to put a DBA logo, in which case I have a blank transparent logo I'll put there, so that once it loads, you'll see that nothing pops up there in the lower left corner. Once we have that set up, we'll look here. I don't have the ownership statement, so I'll go ahead and click that. Now we'll see this whites out here, and we have our ownership statement right down there. Now again, this is where if we want to schedule a post, this is where we'll do this. So we can go again, if we time block some time on Monday morning, we want to build out multiple different social posts throughout the week, whether it be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we want to schedule what time those go out consistently, we can do this all right here. And again, you have some guidance here through command. The best days to post are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So knowing that, maybe we go in and we make sure we make 3 posts for the week and we schedule them. In this case, this is something that when I am posting a 24-hour one, it's something that I have to update manually that day and post it. So that's not something I would schedule, but there are certain marketing-based touches that you are going to publish on social media that you may want to schedule in advance. So again, to schedule something, all we're going to do is we're going to go here, make sure you scroll all the way down, because the time is actually down here. And if you're like me, half the time I forget and I'm like, where's the time, right? So again, you're going to pick whatever date you want, and then all you're going to do is adjust this time here, AM, PM, click off of it, and it will set that date. If we want to publish it immediately, we're just going to click that. Make sure, look over everything. Again, we can also upload videos. So again, if you want to upload a video, whether it be a virtual home tour video for a listing of yours, you can upload that video right there. If you want to post links, you can post those links as well right here to social media. But again, everything looks good. So all we're going to do is we're going to go up here to publish post. And then we're going to wait, and as it communicates with the linked Facebook and Twitter page, you will see it post, and we'll get confirmation. Now, the cool thing here is you can actually view everything for the week that was posted. So again, we can see how many posts were posted for my team right here. We can see how consistently are we scheduling them, making sure everything's, and we can actually go here, see results, all different sorts of metrics to, analyze, what type of response we're getting from the market. And again, like I said, this is something that, our team uses on a regular basis. Again, you can go ahead the week of January 3rd, you can go ahead and there's multiple ways to schedule posts in the future. So that is really how we on a regular basis go and do our social media posting for my personal team. And what I've found compared to prior to Command and me doing it this way is that I spend a lot less time on social media, getting caught up in the noise, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that is social posts right there. Now what we're going to jump to while we're right here in this screen is we're going to transition directly over into paid advertisements. Now, the first thing that I want you guys to realize, again, we got to have the Facebook connection set up in settings. The other thing for paid advertisements that we need is we need to go in here to the payment section, which is, again, I'm going to jump back just to show you how to get there. If you aren't doing a social post and we are in our home screen, all we're going to do is we're going to go back here to campaigns. And we're just going to go over here to payments. All you'll do is click this payment button and you'll see you have multiple different payment options here. So you'll just go in there, add your payment option, whatever account, business account, whatever it may be, you're going to add that. Once that is added, you're good to go. You can start creating paid social ads and things of that nature. Now, if you do want to run paid advertisements for Google, you actually need to have your Google payment information in that Google Ads account. The payment information, Google Ads will not pull from the payments that you have set up in Command. So just a FYI there. Now, with that being said, what we're going to do, and obviously, first and foremost, the reason that we want to run these paid advertisements is we're leveraging the technology within Command and the lead gen software to maximize every dollar that we spend in our business with the goal to capture information and allow us to cultivate more relationships and really to capture more mind share. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to create a new campaign. In this case, we're just going to go over here to a paid social ad. There's multiple different type of advertisements you can run. From my experience, and I've been running a bunch of advertisements over the past year, advertising listings seem to get the best results. I've seen some good results on some of the Keller Mortgage advertisements that have been pretty creative. But by and far, you know, there are a ton of buyers in our market right now. Obviously, inventory is low. Listings are killing it right now. If you're advertising listings, if you don't have a listing, I'm sure there's an agent in your office that will be more than happy to take the free marketing and will give you permission to run an advertisement on their listing, and hopefully find them a buyer, and you know, you guys get to work a deal together. So again, just think outside the box. Again, figure out one of the ones that we'll run to our website are price reduction ads, things like this. But by and far, like I said, the most advantageous ads that I've seen so far are advertising listings, because again, most people mentally, whether they're a buyer or a seller, you will get some seller leads from advertising listings too, because a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers are mentally buyers online before they ever talk to a realtor about selling their home, right? So what we're doing is we're capturing these leads, you know, 9, 10, 12 months in the funnel, and we're cultivating these relationships. And some, again, are low-hanging fruit. So, you know, we've had an advertisement running just for the new year, the past like 4 or 5 days, and I think we generated almost 30 leads, and we've got 4 legitimate active people now just in the new year. So these leads do work. The advertisements do work. So I definitely recommend, if you aren't jumping in here and utilizing this tool, you're leaving a lot of GCI on the table for your business. So let's get together and let's build out some ads one-on-one if need be. So what we're going to do, this does nothing other than it categorizes what type of advertisements and what the goal was, right? The only one that does something different is the advertise multiple listings. And from what I'm hearing in the tech world right now, this one, just stay away from that one. It's not working the way we really wanted it to, and it's really not. Like I said, this is really where I stay here. Unless it's an event, maybe a client event, like when COVID was just hit back in March, you know, we were advertising all of our virtual services. So, you know, we're pumping out brand awareness. But in this case, we're going to go here, advertise listings. Let me grab this address real quick. So I'm going to actually build out a draft campaign here. I'm going to save it as a draft for a listing that we have coming up here in the next week. We're getting pictures on. All right, so what I typically do, the reason I do this is when a lead comes in on a paid ad, I usually name the advertisement, like, you know, if it's a price reduction in Virginia Beach home search ad, like that's what I want the ad name, because when that lead comes in, there'll be a note, and whatever the name of this advertisement is, that will be in there in notes for the lead source. So I want to know if it's a specific listing right? I want to know which listing it is. So we're going to put the address in there. Now, again, you have Facebook and Instagram as well as Twitter. Same thing with Twitter. Your payment information needs to be input directly into Twitter in order for you to run your Twitter ads. If you don't have that, it will not let you do that. Me personally, I stick here with Facebook and Instagram. It's where I'm getting a lot of good results. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we're going to go over here to set up campaign. Once we name the campaign, select what the purpose of the campaign is. Now, in this case, this listing is not active yet, so I'm not going to be able to select the listing. But what you would do, and honestly, this is, if you would go here, type in the address. As soon as that listing is active, all you're going to do is go here, select. What it will do is automatically, when you select that listing, pull the MLS description right here. Now, what I recommend is, and you'll see here, I don't necessarily use those MLS descriptions. I try to write a description that's, you know, something eye-catching, that's going to make them want to know more information. It tells them something of value, but it makes them want to, you know, obviously click and reach out to us and want to be contacted. I don't put price, I don't put the address, I don't put anything like that. So for instance, this one's over here in Bennett's Creek. So we may say something like, check this one out for the new year. I like using emojis because on advertisements, we have that. So our internet is acting up right now. So let me just close this out and we'll just reopen it real quick. Oh, goodness gracious. Give me 1 second. Zoom. All right, now we're back in here. Hope our internet will be working a little bit better. Let's see. All right, so we're going to do this again real quick. Advertise listing. All right, check this. Located in the sought after Bennett. Something. All right, so short, sweet, to the point. Let's see. All right, check this one out for the new year. Located in the sought after Bennett Creek area, Suffolk. This is one you do not want to miss. Click. Learn more for all the details, and then we will direct them with a pointer finger. Boom. So you'll see as I type this over here, we have this go in here. So let's see. So the headline, let's say, what are we gonna? The perfect family. Learn more about this perfect family. All right, and then again, you can type whatever you want here. Again, we'll just go use suggested. You could be coming home to this. All right, so now that we have that the way we want, we're going to save that add text in there. Now we're going to go down here to configuring our media. Now again, what would happen if back up here, the listing was active, right? And we selected that listing and added it. All the images from the MLS will populate right here, and you'll be able to select which images from the MLS you want. You can select multiple images, and what will end up transpiring is you will have a carousel where they'll be able to scroll through. It'll be the same text up here and down here, but the pictures they'll be able to slide through on the advertisement. Typically, I'll do 3 or 4 pictures on an advertisement like that. Now, again, we're going to have our DBA logo and all this stuff, so we're going to make sure our logos are on there for compliance purposes, things like that. Again, it's going to want me to select this stuff, so we're going to skip that for now because, again, I am saving this as a draft. You will want to go through, select which pictures you want, and they will populate right there. Now, this is probably the biggest part here. When we go into the Facebook, Instagram aspect. And this is where we start to leverage the lead gen technology built into the system, right? You'll see the account is what is connected in our settings, which is my personal account, Teddy Townsley. So now any business admin page that I'm associated with will pull up here, which will allow me to run an advertisement for. In this case, again, we're not running an Instagram story, we're running an Instagram ad. We're going to go down here to my business page and notice that the Facebook profile picture is now changed. So we've gone ahead and changed that. You have a couple different call to action buttons. Again, from my experience and from the experience of other people throughout the company, apply now sounds very salesy. Sign up sounds like you're, again, signing up for something. Learn more, you're being inquisitive, you're acquiring information. That tends to get the best results. So we always, or from my experience, I suggest using the Learn More button. The follow-up destination URL. Now, this is really important because, again, if you have your command website, you can pull that active listing up on your website and copy and paste that URL so that when they do click and submit their information on that lead gen form, it takes them to your website on that specific listing where they can get more information and all the details on that home. The one thing that I will warn you guys and caution. So I'll go here to, like, for instance, our website real quick, and let's just say I copy our URL and use that for an example. Now, the one thing that I want you to notice is when I click this, you're going to have the HTTPS pop up. Now, if I were to just paste this, notice that we have 2 of these. What will end up transpiring is obviously they're going to click submit their information and they're not going to go anywhere. Well, the good thing is now commands actually put this in here to where you will get this X, and it will tell you that that URL is not going to work. So the one thing that I always recommend is when you do click here for the first time, just delete that and then paste. you'll get the green check mark, and you're good to go. So now you're good there. The cool thing here is if you have built out a custom landing page for that listing, you can also send them directly here to that landing page as well. Now, with all that being said, this is where we start to use the custom settings because, again, ad targeting, basically, if I left this here, City of Chesapeake 20-mile radius, it's just going to do that area. And you know, there's not going to be really any algorithms that's following. It's just going to pump it out to that general area with no purpose behind who's seeing it. Now, as soon as we go here, we're going to see a whole bunch of stuff pop up. And this is you have some information here to where you can, you know, command will try to guide you along. But that's what you also have me for. And again, I am going to post on the Market Center Facebook pages a step-by-step walkthrough of this with examples of advertisements and some results and things like that. So you guys have a guide as well. Now, what I'm going to do is run through what I typically do. Again, if you want to target your specific database that's in command, you can do that as well. Again, I'm looking for new ads to my database. I'm looking to capture some leads. So what I'm going to do, this home is in Suffolk, so I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to go Suffolk. Now, I typically 25 to 30 miles. The past couple, I've gone 30. And with everything going on, it's pretty solid. I've been getting some really good results from that. I don't know what's going on with our internet today. It keeps reloading on me. So make sure you're connected to a good internet, because if you're not, you're gonna run into some issues here like I am. I'm on my Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi is giving me some instability messages here on Zoom. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in here to want to show you what I have here. So, and we're gonna go over some different targeting here. That keeps going up. So as I jump down here to the configuring the campaign, duration, budget, things of that nature. Now, and again, this is an example of the one advertisement we have running here that's killing it. So I wanted to jump into this one and show you exactly what that looks like. So again, this one we started beginning of the new year, starting the year off by moving into this lovely home located in the sought after Grassfield area, Chesapeake, right? I think we got like 30 leads on this, and this is basically what we have it set up. You'll see the advertisement here. These are all the listing pictures. They scroll through them. This is exactly the way that advertisement looks when it runs across. Again, Facebook on mobile, you do end up getting some of the words cut off there. Not a big deal on the mobile. What we do recommend is on the web carousel, just keep the text to where you don't have to click see more. On the mobile, that's okay. Again, the more short and sweet and concise to the point you are to elicit that want to know more information, the better you're going to be. So you're going to select the dates. Now, again, the date that you select has to be the next day, because again, once we publish this campaign, it's going to be pending until Facebook does their stuff on the compliance end to make sure it's all good per Facebook's rules and regulations. So again, $20 to $30. I spend about 20 per campaign. Now, again, you can distribute it evenly. If you have just one channel, obviously it's going to run specifically to that one channel. Now, if we have two channels, we can distribute the $20 evenly across both channels per day. And what I personally like to do is I like to go here. I'll uncheck that, And then obviously, from my experience, I get better results from Facebook. We want to make sure we spend at least $1 a day per channel. So then I'll take, and you'll see down here that as I click these, this changes. So we'll go here to 20. And then I'll click automatic placement for Facebook ads. What this will do is it will, and you'll see here in the description, it will use Facebook's algorithm to intelligently spend your money based on the audience and the performance that you select and set. So basically now, out of this $20, it will spend up to $1 that a day on Instagram and up to $2.33 per day. What that's going to do is it's going to allow the algorithms, the software to figure out and intelligently spend my $20 to elicit the most responses, the most lead captures, and to obviously get the advertisement in front of the most intended people that, we obviously were trying to. So now that we're here, we're going to set all this up. Again, like I said, I typically, listings are moving so quick, I maybe 5, 6 days tops on those, depending on the listing. So I'm running them probably about 6 days. This one that I'm currently running 6 days long, and like I said, we're about 30 leads on it, 4 good ones. So that's always a good thing. That's pretty good numbers actually there from a conversion standpoint. So again, once we have everything the way that we want, we're going to save that duration and budget. Now, I want to go back up here to configuring this Facebook ad because again, when we get into all this stuff, again, making sure we have the TK team, have everything set up. We're using, and this is the big thing, make sure we use this Facebook lead gen form. I cannot stress that enough, that Facebook lead gen form will automatically populate their information, which is going to increase the rate of lead capture tenfold. Imagine, put yourself in your consumer shoes, you click on an advertisement as you're scrolling through Facebook, and now you have to put your phone number and email and name, and you have to type all this stuff in. How much more likely are you to submit your information if when you click that ad, it has your name, your phone number, your email, and everything associated with your Facebook account? If you're interested, you're probably more likely to click, submit lead once your information is already in there. So we always use a Facebook lead gen form. That way we can capture, that client's information. Again, the learn more button, that's key. And again, we use a custom targeted audience. Now, this is big, right? So in this 30-mile radius that we're doing here in Chesapeake for this particular ad, right, we want to target people with specific interests that we want to see our ad. So again, we don't do Zillow Pro because that would be geared more towards realtors themselves. So the target audience I use, I try to stay between 9 to 11. The key with data is you don't want to overload the system because then it has too much data and it doesn't know who to show it to, right? So I usually keep it around 9 to 11 is anywhere I found myself in regards to interest groups. These are pretty standard ones: Zillow, Trulia, Homes.com, real estate investing, creative real estate investing, Realtor.com, first time home buyer grant, first time buyer, mortgage loans, mortgage calculators, interest rates, and FHA insured loans. Now you'll see over here we have our audiences all over here. So again, real estate investing, we look at Zillow, right? So now this advertisement is going to get in front of the 34 million person audience that Zillow has that is concentrated in my 30-mile radius. So again, our ads are being seen by the people that we actually want seeing them. And I think that's the half the battle, right? Is getting the information to the people that are actually looking for the information. Now I'm going to go back here to my paid ads because I want to show you just what the results can be from something like that. Again, bear with me as our internet. Boom. All right, so you can see here, pretty good results. I was doing a little bit better. This one I started and I accidentally didn't set it up right, and I caught myself after I'd already hit publish. So basically I paused it. Just to FYI on these paid advertisements, if you do pause an advertisement, I obviously you can see the exact same day. I made them within like 2 minutes of each other. The only thing is I paused this one, which is the equivalent of canceling it. So basically, I was still charged this, and I was still charged this. When I go to start this ad on the one in Bennett's Creek, I won't be charged anything because I will have this credit applied to my account. The credit will not be applied until the end date here. So just keep that in mind. So again, this one's going to end tomorrow. So these are the two listings. This is a listing we had the last week of the year. We ran a 6-day advertisement on it. Like I said, $20, 88 cents a lead, right? I spent $15 on that advertisement. And we ended up capturing 17 leads from that. I'm still working through some of those. Like I said, they're 2 weeks old, if that. This one here, you can see, this is the one that ends tomorrow. Right now, we're at 79 cents a lead. 24 leads, and we've got 4 solid leads out of this one already. And we've spent $18. So the proof's in the pudding. You just got to get in here and you got to start creating these leads and give yourself opportunities to connect with more people. We always talk about being prospecting based and marketing enhanced in our business. And, obviously with KW and the DTD2 and our database and sphere of influence, that is our prospecting. And, the marketing enhancement are things like these advertisements where we can get massive amounts of information and massive amounts of lead captures at an exponentially low cost compared to everyone else in the industry. So like I said, to me personally, we're big on our team, we're big on our database, and we're big here on online lead gen because there's just so much opportunity and so much potential GCI here. What have converted, just an FYI, and we'll do some classes around some smart plans, internet lead smart plans, things like that. But I will say that the internet lead smart plans that we've been using on our team, I didn't create them. I pulled them from the library. Our agents haven't actually physically been talking to somebody when they vetted the lead. It was actually the smart plan that elicited a response, and then our agent started engaging. And that's pretty much been the way it works. So this stuff does work. I'd love to help you guys, dive deeper into it if it's something you're interested in adding to your business. But with that being said, I want to take a couple minutes, stop sharing my screen, see if we have any questions in the chat. So we got some people here on the call here. So anybody have any questions around this, either social posting, scheduling them, building out paid advertisements, anything like that? All righty. So if we don't have any questions, let me just double check. I don't see anything in the chat. What I will do is leave you with I'll show you what those social, again, it's nothing but social media. If you go to TK Team Facebook page, you'll see the social post that we posted for the market update is up there with the clickable link. Let me share my screen real quick and I'll just show it to you here. Because I know I did show you guys and I'll show you guys the web page I'm going to post a link to as well on the Facebook page. So, jump over here to my landing pages. KW campaigns. So I'll post this in our Market Center, agent pages. These are a step-by-step what I do, some target interest groups. Again, we can create advertisements to not capture leads, but to capture more mind share. I go over that here in this as well. We can definitely go over. So again, if you have a client event, you're not trying to capture leads, but you're trying to let as many people know about it as possible. You could definitely do that for the same amount of money spent. Instead of getting 1,000 impressions and 20 leads, you can get for $20, 17,000 impressions and 0 leads. So it's all really dependent upon what your goal is and what you're trying to accomplish. But I will post this up there so you guys have this. It is a, like I said, a step-by-step walkthrough depending on what the point of the paid advertisement is. And then if I can get another browser to pull up here. So it shows I'm connected. There we go. All right, let me just go back here to the team page. So obviously during this training class, we posted our social media daily market update post. So as you guys can see, our internet is being funky today. It's not just not being slow and just command is being slow on Facebook as well. But you'll see here, published by Keller Williams API, again, because we did it through command 33 minutes ago when we started in the class. You'll see here our template. We have our DBA logo already. The blank transparent one didn't show up. We have our company company verbiage that we need with the click over to this landing page that we have here created, which again just has the 24-hour, the weekend, the weekly, and then a year-over-year report with a download my app thing, which again, I'm big on landing pages and using those as a means of marketing. So we can definitely dive deeper into that stuff as well. But again, so hopefully in the past 47 minutes, we all feel comfortable or we've gained some knowledge around how we can leverage command to leverage our time, whether it be scheduling posts or, not falling down that rabbit hole of social media, when we're trying to, be productive during the day. And then obviously paid ads, it's adds to our database. We talk about, like I know Keith had a class, the 40 and 21, right? And it centers around two numbers, and that's database ads and appointments, right? Well, we're getting database ads at a really high level here. Now, again, these database ads may not, be as they may not yield the same return that sphere of influence client will. However, if we're leveraging the technology to create a massive amount of opportunities for us, we're gonna be more successful. Our business is gonna grow, and we're gonna increase our overall GCI as well. But if we leverage the technology, we're also gonna leverage our time to make sure we spend it with the people that are most important with us. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. Hopefully you guys got something from this today. And if you guys want one-on-one, or you have any specific questions you want to get with me, as always, feel free to email me, ted-townsley@kw.com, or text me or call me. My cell, 757-729-2577. Other than that, happy New Year to everybody, and let's crush 2021. Y'all have a good one.